Hello everybody, I'm Josiah the Game King, and I decided I'd finally reveal what my secret project is. Well, my secret project is reviewing the latest generation of My Little Pony. I feel so... Why do I suddenly feel less like a man after saying that? Oh well. Let's just get started, shall we? And what better place to start than the opening two-parter appropriately titled Friendship is Magic.
Once upon a time, in the magical land of Equestria, there were two regal sisters who ruled together and created harmony for all the land. To do this, the eldest used her unicorn powers to raise the sun at dawn. The younger brought out the moon to begin the night. Thus, the two sisters maintained balance for their kingdom and their subjects, all the different types of ponies.
And they all lived happily ever after, right? Well...
But as time went on, the younger sister became resentful. The ponies relished and played in the day her elder sister brought forth, but shunned and slept through her beautiful night. One fateful day, the younger unicorn refused to lower the moon to make way for the dawn. The elder sister tried to reason with her, but the bitterness in the young one's heart had transformed her into a wicked mare of darkness, Nightmare Moon. She vowed that she would shroud the land in eternal night.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wouldn't the eternal darkness, I don't know, kill everything due to lack of sunlight? She would wind up killing everything and everyone. Every pony, I guess.
Reluctantly, the elder sister harnessed the most powerful magic known to ponydom, the elements of harmony. Using the magic of the elements of harmony, she defeated her younger sister and banished her permanently in the moon. The elder sister took on responsibility for both sun
and moon, and harmony has been maintained in Equestria for generations since.
So, that's the backstory. Now let's get introduced to our... Wait. Backstory? In My Little Pony. Guys, have I gone insane? Like, more insane than usual insane? Well, anyway. Let's just get introduced to our main characters. First one being Twilight Sparkle, a bookwormish, antisocial unicorn voiced by Tara Strong, who was apparently reading up on the legend of Nightmare Moon for some reason. Anyways, now we've arrived at the title theme. Well, a lot of people hate it, a lot of people like it. Let's go and get my opinion of it.
My little pony, my little pony. I used to wonder what
Huh?
friendship could be.
People acted like this theme made their ears bleed, and I really don't get it. It's not great, but it's certainly not grating, at least to me. Okay, that's the thing with music. It's really subjective. You could love one thing, and everyone else could hate it. Of course, you could use the same words to describe the brony community. Anyway, we get an opening shot of Twilight walking down a path only to be caught by her friends, telling her that a pony named Moon Dancer is having a party. Twilight declines, however, saying that she has a lot of studying to do. I will go more in depth on the implications in this scene in the future, let's say. So she runs to her home, which is a library, because, you know, she likes books. And we see that her servant, a dragon named Spike, voiced by Kathy Westluck, is about to go outside only to have this happen. Yeah, he gets abused by either the world or other ponies because potatoes. So, Twilight and Spike are looking for a book about the elements of harmony. Spike finds it, and guess what happens?
Over here.
You could probably find a compilation of Spike being a punching bag if you looked hard enough. If you want to see him get hurt more, you're a monster. So, Twilight gets the book and looks through it and finds out about the elements of harmony. She finds out that they lack enough importance to have their own page. Okay, now in all seriousness, she finds out that the information on them is the same section about the Mare and the Moon, aka the Legend of Nightmare Moon. So Twilight and the audience find out that Nightmare Moon, the character we hear about in the first scene of the episode, is foretold to be returning on the longest day on the 1000th year of her banishment and bring an everlasting night. I already mentioned what would happen, so no. So Twilight is concerned about the legend being true and sends a letter to their leader, Princess Celestia, about the potential threat. Celestia replies by pretty much telling Twilight, Dear Twilight Sparkle, you've obviously not been getting out enough to separate fact and fiction, so go to a new town and make some friends to calm your overactive brain down. No, in all honesty, she's told to go supervise the preparations of the Summer Sun celebration in a town called Ponyville. Although she's told to make some friends while she's at it. Twilight, though, is less than pleased at the idea.
She said to check on preparations. I am her student, and I'll do my royal duty, but the fate of Equestria does not rest on me making friends.
Will it matter? We'll see. Well, she's encouraged by Spike to at least try, so Twilight tries to introduce herself to one of the random ponies that may or may not be major characters, and then this happens.
Twilight, just try! Hello?
I don't know if I find that weird and funny or weird and what the heck worthy. Well, Twilight decides to check on the banquet preparations for the Summer Sun celebration at a farm called Sweet Apple Acres, where she meets major character number 3, Applejack, voiced by Ashley Ball.
Well, howdy do, Miss Twilight. A pleasure making your acquaintance. I'm Applejack. We here at Sweet Apple Acres sure do like making new friends.
Applejack is your usual country stereotype, not much else really to say, at least right now. So after Twilight gets introduced to Applejack, she introduces all the other Apple family members to Twilight. After the introductions, we get this little diabetes-inducing scene right here.
Aren't you gonna stay for brunch?
Hold on, guys. Yes. Okay. Interesting. My heart seems to have given out. So Twilight gives in and stays for the brunch. Afterwards, Twilight and Spike goes to find the pony in charge of the weather. Main character number 4, Rainbow Dash, voiced by Ashley Ball. No, she doesn't voice every other character. These are the only 2 characters she voices. Rainbow is your usual awesome character, except 20% cooler. Wait. Wrong episode, guys. Sorry about that. Not to mention she's also a Pegasus, so she can control the weather. She's also a bit of a fangirl for its stunt team called the Wonderbolts. That's, semi-important to know later in the 2-parter. So Twilight finds that the weather situation is under control, and we move on to main character number 5. Rarity, a fashionista unicorn, as you may put it. Voiced by Tabitha St. Germain. And no, she does not voice 2 or more main characters. Don't ask. Now, quite frankly, I'm not fond of her appearance here. I mean, she gets better moments and some good episodes, but here... here's what I mean, guys.
Oh, my stars, darling! Whatever happened to your coiffure?
Oh, you mean my mane? Well, it's a long story. I'm just here to check on the decorations, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Out of my hair? What about your hair?
Wait, where are we going?
Oh, and Spike also has a crush on Rarity. I don't know how that works, but whatever. So they go to find main character number 6, Fluttershy, voiced by Andrea Libman. And now let's talk about Fluttershy. I'm going to show you a scene that best describes the character better than words can tell, at least words I can tell.
I'm Twilight Sparkle. What's your name?
I'm Fluttershy.
I'm sorry, what was that?
My name is Fluttershy.
Didn't quite catch that.
If you find the scene groan-inducing, you probably won't like the character that much. However, if you find it cute or funny or relatable, you will probably love the character. I fall into the category of finding it just plain cute, and wow, I feel so much manlier saying that. Anyway, Flutter's here opens up when Spike walks into her eye shot. Fluttershy then decides to tag along for a bit and ask Spike about everything dragons know. And, well, he tells her everything that happened in his life. I personally find it quite funny how Twilight gets increasingly annoyed and how she just wants to go to the library she'll be staying at to just avoid making friends, and the world seems focused on keeping her from doing so. I just find that really funny. Eventually they get to the Golden Oaks Library where Twilight's staying, and she tries to get away from Fluttershy. Then, and when she gets in, surprise! Main character number 7, Pinkie Pie, comes in. And guess who she's voiced by? Surprise, surprise! Andrea Libman. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie, and I threw this party just for you. Were you surprised? Were you? That's silly. What kind of welcome party would this be if it were quiet? I mean, duh. Boring. You see, I saw you when you first got here, remember? You were all hello, and I was all, remember? You see, I never saw you before, and if I never saw you before, that meant you're new. Because I know every pony, and I mean every pony in Ponyville.
Okay, Pinkie Pie is your usual crazy, logic-bending character. So in conclusion, we got all 7 characters. The brain, the punching bag servant, the country stereotype, the cool guy or, cool pony, the dainty female stereotype, the shy one, and the crazy one. Weird how these are all extremely used character types and they feel unique here. That's right, I like the characters, not because of the first 2 episodes, but because of some other episodes. Anyway, Twilight and her annoyance of the characters trying to become friends accidentally drinks hot sauce, and it is moderately funny. Afterwards, Twilight runs to her sleeping quarters in a library. I don't know. After, I guess, a few hours. I don't know because they don't use transitions, but, look, it goes from sunset to the nighttime. It'd have to be at least a few hours, I'd assume. Yeah, that's an overall problem with the series as a whole. They don't use transitions, which can seriously hurt the episode. Anyway, they do a lampshading joke, and Twilight then just deems every pony there crazy. And I can't really blame her.
Here I thought I'd have time to learn more about the elements of harmony. But, silly me, all this ridiculous friend-making has kept me from it.
I feel that she shall be eating those words later. So they go to watch their princess raise the sun. The mayor of Ponyville announces the princess's arrival, and surprise, she isn't there. The princess appears to have vanished. They reuse a soundbite, and the villain Nightmare Moon enters. Wait, guess who voices her? That's right, Tabitha St. Germain, that's who. So, Nightmare Moon monologues about her plan, and we end on a cliffhanger. Well, I won't leave you on a cliffhanger, so let's just get back to the episode. The villain is laughing some more, and I'm gonna say it. That villain design is pretty freaking cool. Oh, and by the way, once the Nightmare Alicorn leaves, that's it. No more Nightmare Moon till the climax. No real development. Just causes a few disasters and problems, but never directly interferes with the main cast until the end. So, Twilight pretty much kicks Spike out of the remainder of the story, and then the other main 5 come to Twilight's library to see what's going on, and the story gives us some backstory and the elements of harmony. Except not really. We're told what their names are, and only learn where they are located. They are located in the old ruins of the castle of the Royal Two Sisters, in the mysterious and dangerous Everfree Forest. After they walk around for a while, they get to a cliff where Nightmare Moon triggers a rock slide, which causes them to potentially die. Yes, potentially die in a show called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. I will let that sink in for a while. Anyways, this scene allows the audience to find out whom the element of honesty is. I'll give you a few seconds to guess. Just watch this scene and you'll find out instantly.
I'm a-comin'! Applejack! What do I do?
Let go.
Are you crazy?
Wait,
No, I ain't.
what?
I promise you'll be safe. That's not true. Now listen here. What I'm saying to you is the honest truth. Let go, and you'll be safe.
Phew. Oh, sorry, girls. I'm not used to holding anything more than a bunny or two.
Okay, that seems odd. Applejack could have just said, "Some pony will catch you," instead of just telling Twilight to let go for no reason. Well, the next element to be revealed is Fluttershy's element, the element of kindness, where we get a scene with a raging manticore. And yes, that is a mythological beast, and this scene is a pretty cool action part. Though it does end in an anticlimax when it turns out to just be a thorn in its paw provoking it.
Poor, poor little baby.
I hate anticlimaxes, just saying. Element number 3 is Pinkie Pie's element, said element being laughter. It's found out when the next trial appears, said trial being trees with scary faces. Okay, guys, here's a question. How can we solve this trial? I know. How about a song?
Girls, don't you see? When I was a little filly and the sun was going down.
I like this song, and yes, I mean this song. Quite a few episodes have songs, so if you guys take music too seriously, you might not like a lot of them. With one or two exceptions that almost all fans don't like. And the fourth element to be revealed now is going to be Rarity's element, the element of generosity. Okay, guys, this scene just makes me groan. Here's why. A sea serpent is causing a river to go crazy because half of his mustache was cut off. That's all. Okay, so Rarity cuts off her tail and gives it to the sea serpent. He lets them cross, and that's the same. Get why it makes me groan? The problem would be non-existent if he wasn't so vapid and shallow about his mustache. Well, now for the fifth element to be revealed now. Rainbow Dash's element, the element of loyalty. This scene is interesting. Rainbow has to fly across a ravine and tie a bridge to the other end, and then gets tempted to join a flight team known as the Shadow Bolts, the greatest flight team in the Everfree Forest. However, let me explain how this scene fails. It fails with just one sentence. The greatest flight team in the Everfree Forest. That's like saying, join the best flight team in the whole deserted island. That decision has no weight. Now, I don't hate this scene. It shows that Rainbow is loyal to her friends. However, I just feel it could have been done so much better. Anyway, the beings of Shadow leave after Rainbow declines, and she ties the bridge, and then they get to the castle ruins. So we see that the elements of harmony are encased in stone, and while Twilight tries to figure out how to unlock them and find the sixth element, the others leave her to focus, and the Nightmare Moon enters and teleports Twilight and the elements away. The others then look around to find out where she was teleported to, and we enter the highlight of the second part. The climax. I don't know how I can say it works, but it just works. I mean, the scene where Twilight and Nightmare Moon charge each other only for Twilight to teleport over to the elements and try to unlock them. Or the part where Nightmare Moon smashes the elements only for Twilight to realize that the elements were inside of her and her friends all along. And then it recaps what we saw, which is really the only holding back part of the climax. We recap that Applejack represents the element of honesty, Rainbow Dash represents the element of loyalty, Fluttershy represents the element of kindness, Pinkie Pie represents the element of laughter, Rarity represents the element of generosity, and then we find out that the sixth element is represented by Twilight as the element of magic! No, wait, that sounded cool. Wait. This show is not supposed to be semi-cool. Anyway, Nightmare Moon gets turned back into Princess Luna by the elements, and Princess Celestia returns, revealing that sending Twilight to make some friends is all part of her plan to get Princess Luna back. Then we get a touching scene where Princess Luna and Princess Celestia reunite after 1,000 years. Then we close out with Pinkie Pie throwing a party in celebration of Nightmare Moon's defeat and Princess Luna's return, and Twilight decides to stay in Ponyville to learn about the magic of friendship, and that's the episode. Okay, did I like it? Kind of. It was not bad, but it wasn't great. It was just kind of meh. You know, middle ground. I feel like there are better episodes to show people when they ask, dude, how can you like a show made for little girls? Well, if you wanted to disprove that first quote, I'd recommend that you show them Lesson 0, because that's a much more disturbing episode. And the conflict feels quite real. If you want a light-hearted episode that is pretty funny, I'd recommend Feeling Pinky Keen, even though its story is horrible. And if you wanted to check out an episode that has just all-around amazingness, Pinky's Pride is a good episode as well. And if you want to see a good two-parter, I'd recommend, I don't know, almost every other two-parter. More specifically, two-parters like The Return of Harmony, or The Crystal Empire, or A Candlelight Wedding. Those are all good two-parters. Now, do I think that this episode or two-parter itself is bad? No. Do I think it's good? Again, no. I think it's just average, and I personally feel that this is a watchable episode. It's not horrible, it's not awkward, and it isn't cringeworthy. Well, I'm Josiah the Game King, and I'm a brony. Yes, I am. Bye now.